What you're about to hear is not a rumor, not an exaggeration, and not a clickbait headline designed to steal your attention. This is real. This happened. And no matter how many times you replay it in your head, it still doesn't feel possible. The Beast has fallen. Brock Lesnar, the most protected, most feared, most dominant force in modern WWE history, was pinned clean in the center of the ring on Monday Night Raw 2025. No interference. No controversy. No excuses. If you think you understand what happened that night, I promise you, you don't. Because this wasn't just a match. This was a moment that quietly, brutally, and permanently changed the future of professional wrestling. I've covered WWE for years. I've watched legends rise, champions crumble, and supposed career-ending moments turn into footnotes. I don't say this lightly when I tell you this was different. I've rewatched this match again and again, slowing it down, studying the faces, the reactions, the pauses, the things the cameras almost missed. And every time, the same realization hits harder. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't luck. This was history happening in real time, whether we were ready for it or not. Let's rewind to before the bell rang, before the shock, before the silence. When WWE announced Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi for Monday Night Raw, the reaction was immediate and universal. Everyone knew how this was supposed to go. Brock Lesnar on free television meant one thing: destruction. A few suplexes, an F5, a dominant statement, and another name added to the Beast list. Analysts predicted a squash. Fans debated how long it would last. 3 minutes? 5? The question wasn't who would win. The question was how fast it would end. Because this is Brock Lesnar, the man who ended The Undertaker's streak. The man who held the WWE and Universal Championships like property, not prizes. The former UFC heavyweight champion who blurred the line between scripted entertainment and legitimate combat. For over 2 decades, Brock Lesnar wasn't just booked as unbeatable. He felt unbeatable. His presence alone changed the temperature of an arena. His music didn't signal a match. It signaled survival. And standing across from him was Oba Femi. To many casual viewers, just another powerhouse call-up. Another big man. Another experiment. But to anyone paying attention, Oba Femi was something else entirely. 6'4", nearly 270 pounds. Explosive. Relentless. A former NXT North American champion who held that title for 319 days, dismantling opponent after opponent with frightening consistency. This wasn't potential. This was proof. Still, NXT dominance and Brock Lesnar are 2 very different realities. And the WWE Universe believed reality was about to hit Oba Femi hard. But then the entrances happened. And this is where the story quietly began to change. Oba Femi walked to the ring first. And if you were watching closely, you saw it. No nerves. No wide eyes. No hesitation. He didn't look like a man grateful for an opportunity. He looked like a man arriving for a reckoning. His pace was measured. His expression calm. Almost cold. Like he already knew how this chapter ended. Then Brock Lesnar's music hit. The familiar explosion of sound. The usual intimidation. But something was missing. Paul Heyman wasn't there. No advocate. No whispering strategy. No safety net. Brock bounced to the ring like always, but his eyes told a different story. This wasn't hunger. This wasn't rage. This was focus mixed with something we rarely see in Brock Lesnar: calculation. The bell rang, and the energy in the arena shifted instantly. The lockup alone felt heavy. 2 men colliding with force that echoed through the building. Brock went for the German suplex early, the move that has defined entire eras of his career. Oba Femi blocked it. Not slipped out. Not escaped. Blocked it. The crowd didn't roar. The crowd went silent. Because in that moment, everyone realized something wasn't following the script. Brock tried again. And again, Oba held his ground. When Femi drove his shoulder into Lesnar's chest and sent him stumbling backward, it felt unreal. Brock Lesnar doesn't stumble. Brock Lesnar doesn't get moved. The camera caught Brock's face for just a second, and that second mattered. Confusion. Not fear. Not panic. Confusion. The first crack in a myth. Lesnar responded the only way he knows how: violence. Clotheslines. Pressure. Suplexes that finally landed. The crowd exhaled. Order restored. This was Brock's world again. Or so it seemed, because Oba Femi didn't stay down. He absorbed the punishment, rolled through it, learned from it. When Brock went for the F5 and Femi countered, not once, but twice, the tone of the match changed completely. This wasn't survival anymore. This was adaptation. The match passed 10 minutes. Then 15. Time Brock Lesnar rarely gives anyone. His breathing grew heavier. His movements slightly slower. Oba Femi, battered and bruised, was still standing, still pushing forward, still refusing to fade. And that's what happened. The moment no one will ever forget. Brock lifted Oba for what felt like the inevitable F5. The crowd braced for disappointment. But Oba shifted his weight, slipped behind Brock, and locked in a rear-naked choke. On Brock Lesnar. The arena erupted in disbelief. Brock Lesnar doesn't get submitted. Brock Lesnar doesn't fade. His arm dropped once. The referee checked. It dropped again. People were screaming, standing, grabbing their heads. History was inches away. Brock powered out, slamming Oba into the corner, breaking free. But something had changed forever. Brock was gasping for air. His face was red, his eyes wide. He had been vulnerable, truly vulnerable. As both men stood in the center of the ring, staring at each other, it wasn't just respect you saw, it was realization. The final sequence came fast. Brock charged. Oba leap frodzit. Brock hit the turnbuckle hard, and in one smooth motion, Oba Femi grabbed him, lifted him, and delivered the fall from grace powerbomb with devastating force. The impact shook the ring. The cover was made. 1. The crowd was screaming. 2. Brock kicked out late. Too late. 3. The bell rang. And for a moment, there was silence. The kind of silence that only comes when people don't know how to react to what they've just seen. Then the arena exploded. Oba Femi had pinned Brock Lesnar clean. No controversy. No excuses. Just fact. Oba stood there, hands on his head, disbelief written across his face as the referee raised his arm. This wasn't just a win.